Welcome to the visual summary of We Are the True Hebrews, a comprehensive biblical and historical work of God's Chosen, written by Tia Whitaker. Tia is a devoted wife, mother of three, teacher, pastor, and author, deeply committed to her faith. As an author, her first memoir, Stage 3, A Journey Through Cancer, reflects her family's strength and faith during her husband's victorious battle against Stage 3 carcinoid lung cancer. With a master's degree in education and teaching, Ms. Whitaker has dedicated over a decade to the field of education. Her passion for teaching led her to establish her own private school, where she continues to inspire and mentor young minds. Her commitment to fostering growth and development in her students extends beyond the classroom. She actively engages in youth mentorship and marriage counseling. Whitaker wrote this work because it awakened her to the truth of many events historically that God's chosen people have all been lied to about. In her discovery, she displays truly what God's plan was and is for his chosen people. It will awaken the hearts of those who read it to change their lives. Once you know who you are, where you came from, and the plan God has for you, this book inspires you to respond accordingly. We Are the True Hebrews comes to shift the trajectory of the Black Hebrew. It is a wake up call for the descendants of the transatlantic slave trade to their true identity. Let's dive in. For the most part, as pupils in school, we all learned about our ancestry as far as the transatlantic slave trade. There was a claim that Africans sold Africans. We were taught in westernized school systems that we came here slaves, we were sold, we were auctioned, we were emancipated, we were free to move as we pleased. We learned a little bit about Harriet Tubman, some Sojourner Truth, Frederick Douglass, sprinkling in Black History Month to appease our souls for 28 days, granted 29 in a leap year. The Black National Anthem, and then there was Jim Crow. We were segregated. Then Martin Luther King, then Malcolm X, and a host of other important figures who struggled. That's it. After hearing over and over again how our skin color is ugly, our hair naps up, it's unkept, our lips and nostrils too large, our butts too big, how our men are too aggressive looking, too intimidating, how violent we are, how Rodney King was beaten, a thousand stories similar to Emmett Till untold, how we are consistently thought of as the race who will never amount to anything statistically. It begins to have a psychological effect of desensitization on all of us as a people. After about 2 years worth of praying, seeking, and searching, my dialogue to God was as such. Why were Black people going through the things they've gone through and for such a long time without seeming like they'll let up? I asked him, there are two groups of people who are shunned the most throughout the entire world: Jews and Blacks. Why? And mainly, I really wanted to focus on Black people. So, why are you, God, allowing Black people to go through such tumultuous times and not do anything about it? Why did you let these events happen? Slave trade. Why even consider something as slavery to be allowed? Yes, there are other groups of people who dealt with slavery, but none were more historically as harsh and severe as ours. Why? As a matter of fact, God, who are we? None of it made sense. And then to think we wrap it all under a flag that represents one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First of all, we are not one nation under God. Which God? America doesn't even know herself. She has become godless. The answer? God told me in the Word. The Word of God is about us. Yes, it is about the gospel of Jesus Christ, but it is about us. It is our history. And let me be clear, This is not in any way a support of the Hebrew Israelites, which have twisted the word to support their cultish doctrine. I'm going to give you sound proof and sound doctrine, both from the Word of God and from historical context, to show you who we are as a nation. As you listen, you will begin to gain a better understanding as to why we as Black people have gone through what we have for hundreds of years. You will learn that slavery was not your history. That is far from the whole truth.